And I'm Mandy Cal.
We are finally back after our hiatus.
Hey, hey! Back from vacations, back from birthdays.
Yup. Never tell how old I am. Never tell.
I will say my age all the time.
Yeah, you say your age all the time.
No. Well, actually, at work I do, just because like everyone's so fucking old.
Oh my god, what's gonna happen when they all retire at the same time?
Same. I'm going to.
Okay, we are still doing All Stars, going strong. Season 2, Episode 7, Save the Palace. So, funny story, I thought they were saying Safety Palace. Until today, until I watched the episode today. So I wrote in my notes 3 weeks ago, Safety Palace. It sounds like it. I didn't get it. It didn't make sense.
I mean, I didn't look at it from that perspective, so I can't really say whether I heard Safety Palace in there, but you know, I could see how that could be mixed up. Safe
Palace.
Safety Palace, safety.
Like, why did Christ keep saying save the palace?
They're like, we are all safe in this safety palace.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Or a safety
Safety palace. Like I could feel like Tech could come up with a rap with that as well.
I know. Anyway, they're all dancing obnoxiously, and Tech is rapping from a notebook. He doesn't have it memorized. Took notes on that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It was written soon before.
Before everyone else, other than the King's Palace, is like looking at each other and grimacing and angry and kind of entertaining to watch, really.
Yeah, you see, with this issue, I see both sides because if I was there, I would be dancing and saying "Save the Palace" because it is a catchy phrase, as is "Safety Palace." But also, if I was not part of it, I would just be like, "Oh my god, how fucking annoying!"
And yeah, I do get like the celebrating, like all been thrown in. They keep getting thrown in, and they keep coming back. So be excited. I feel like it's more the chant. I don't know. Just the alliance is very obnoxious.
Yeah, also like they're all in their late 30s and 40s and they're screaming save the palace.
Yeah.
Which, you know, do you, but at the same time, you should probably get judged for that a little bit.
Definitely be judged. I mean, it's late enough the game that like the alliances are obvious, so I guess just scream about it. Why not?
Yeah. I do love it like that scene where Jasmine's like, I don't know, I'm saying I'm here, but you know, I'm still there. I'm whatever. And then every time they like give her like an affirmation, she's like, yeah, absolutely. I am so
I know
it's
you could tell she doesn't even like look them in the eye. Like when they hug, she's like, "I'm so glad I'm here." I'm not glad I'm there. Like,
it's just like, yeah, I'll say nice things. I don't give a fuck that I'm here. John is my girl, and none of you matter.
yeah, Johnny's my girl. I'm with a Tyrion. I'm making this work. um, so I love when Johnny's like, before Jasmine was partners with Tyrion, she was with like our alliance, like MJ and everyone. But everyone might have lost Jasmine, but I didn't. I'm not gonna Jasmine.
She's not voting for me, so who gives a fuck?
That's why I love this show. Like the young people would be like, "Oh my gosh, she is with them," and like freak out. But Johnny is like, we're cool."
Yeah, like we've been through so much shit together. I'm not even self-conscious about this anymore.
No, I love the maturity. Brad looks psycho, like a psychopath this whole episode.
That's what I mean. Like the closer it gets to the final, the more white in his eyes you see. Like it's just such like a thing. You're just like it's almost like Ed's smile. The further you got, the more you saw that motherfucker smile. It's like with Brad's whites in his eyes. It's gonna happen.
It's a good one. Shout out Ed.
What up, Ed? Nice rap song.
Oh my god. How's your mama? She's probably cooking you dinner right now. Okay.
So what? It was a conversation with Janelle and Brad pretty much wanting to find out a way to save Nehemiah. But I just like the lines are drawn so obviously. Like, why even put in the effort? And then I love how he was like, no, Janelle, like, listen to the way that I would word it. And I'm just like, you're literally saying the same thing. You're just flipping it a little bit.
This whole episode. It's really entertaining though. Brad.
Yeah. Keep it going, Brad. Keep it going.
And then I was like, I guess Nehemiah and Brad are outside the house, are friends outside of this game. I don't see that. That's weird.
I didn't see that either. Like, I know how like they had that little like weightlifting scene, and he was like, "Oh, Derek's not like I don't know what Derek's doing," and he was like explaining that to Nehemiah, and I was just like, I thought maybe they had done like a few seasons together. I didn't think they were like hanging out at each other's houses.
Yeah, but their pictures together, them just like flexing.
Yeah. We just got back from gym, bro.
Together like once a week. Wow, really tight.
That's probably what they probably live in the same fucking city and work out together. And when Nehemiah's like, "Oh, we're planning on going to each other's houses," that's probably because one of them has a workout place in their fucking gym. My money would be on Brad.
Probably, yeah.
That's such a Brad vibe. He's like, I don't need this garage for anything other than a gym.
So they're friends or whatever, but they haven't had any game talk at all. They're not on the same islands, clearly. So I don't know what Nehemiah expects.
Okay, so here's an argument. If you're actually friends, how have you not talked about game? Right? Like if you and I were friends, if we were to, in case you guys were wondering, big secret, if we were we could I thought we couldn't hear each other again. I was like, damn it. Like if we went into a situation where we're in a house and like there was a game going on, we would probably talk about that game even if we weren't on the same side because we were friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is hard to believe that the whole season they haven't talked game, especially with that one scene of Nehemiah going after Brad about Derek, and Brad was like, "Whoa, I don't have anything to do with that. That's talking game."
That's talking game. But it's like if you hang out outside of the house, how are you not talking about that when you're literally stuck in a house together for this reason? Are you actually friends? Who's to say?
Who's to say? It's weird. Next up, we got Casey videoing, like FaceTiming her fiance. They're cute, blah blah.
Yeah, the only line I have here, I like Casey call from home, underline that, and the next line goes, "Well, that was boring as fuck."
But look at his eyes. They're like, blink, blink. I love you, blink, blink.
I feel like their interaction later was cuter. This right here was boring as fuck to me. But sure, they love each other.
You say it like you mean it, Mandy. No, that's okay. All right, challenge time. TJ, per usual, walks up with a badass car, and it's called Steer Clear. Okay, so he says that you and your partner are going to be in the back of a monster truck, and one of the partners is going to be hanging from the back of the truck, and the other partner is going to be steering their partner back and forth.
Yeah, like essentially they're on like this big ass metal rod and some person's on the end and they just have to like steer it with their entire body. Kind of like a gunner, you know what I mean? Like a
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of, like the right thing to explain it.
Yeah, so if we were in war, if you're on a tank, that gunner thing looks very similar.
Yes.
I don't know if those are on tanks or on trucks, but you know, you've seen the scenes.
So yeah, then there's a bunch of cars with flags that come on either side of them, and you need to grab as many flags as you can. The one with the most flags wins.
Nehemiah and Melinda up first.
I wrote Safety Palace in my notes again. Old notes. Yeah, so up first, they're super ready and they're talking about save the palace, and Nehemiah's like blorp blorp, like he's fucking Nelly apparently.
So later on in this episode, Nehemiah and like his alliance tried to like play down the fact of like them being an alliance. But like literally in all of your interviews, in all of the shit you've been doing, you're talking about your alliance. You can't just because you get upset later on and it's convenient say it's not a fucking alliance.
We were just celebrating because we won elimination.
We were just all being supportive of each other.
That is alliance.
Yeah. It sounds like you guys are describing an alliance.
How many different ways can you describe an alliance without saying it?
A group of friends together.
At first, MJ's like, the last thing our alliance needs is for them to win, and they end up getting 20 flags, which looks pretty good.
Yeah, Melinda crushed it.
Yeah, not surprising.
She has a pretty big what is it, reach? She's tall. I think that was an advantage. And she's like surprisingly good competitor.
Yeah, she's pretty athletic. Tech and Ayana are next, and I was like, I gotta get all the flags because Tech told me to get all the flags. He's still trying to get that.
And Tech said, take this 155 pull and or take this 155 and swing this pull as best I can. And then he did say, not the pull he's used to swinging.
Oh my god, I'm so glad you wrote that. And then we have a very entertaining montage and song of her just screaming and grabbing nothing.
She screamed so fucking loud, like holy shit. She wasn't even communicating at all, telling him like, because you're supposed to be letting him know how to line it up because you're the one that can see it best. She's just screaming.
It's so good.
And they get 11 flags.
Surprised they even got that many.
So next up, do we have Latarian and Jasmine?
We do, and is screaming at him to steer, and it's hilarious.
Also, Jasmine's so tiny, I don't know how she's gonna reach any of these flags.
She's so tiny that basically makes them fail.
You know, so I think 10 flags, they said. Wasn't great. It wasn't a great performance.
No, and MJ was saying that it looked like Latarian was struggling with the rod crane thing. I don't know why. Jasmine can't weigh that much.
Yeah, maybe it was just like a specific motion. Who knows?
Yeah, probably. He is really old. I think he's like one of the older ones. Sorry, Latarian. Love you.
He's so intense. Like, and like that he was struggling. He like takes pride in like, I am gonna do my best every time.
I know. I like when he's like funny and chills out, which is rare.
Yeah.
Kahuna and Casey go, and Casey's like, I don't want to let Kahuna down. And they get 16.
I did like when Casey was going though, she was like, come here, motherfucker. She goes from being terrified of heights to be like, bitch, get your ass over here.
Love it. Johnny and MJ are next. And they're going for Nehemiah because he's the leader. Duh. They get 19 flags.
And Johnny communicating well, MJ being solid. Good team. I think they're like a good combo.
They're such a good combo. I love MJ too. I love them both actually.
We just love them.
Jody and Brad are next. I have this note. Brad is jacked.
I don't understand how Jody is so fucking good at everything.
I think she's just always been good, and she's like a personal trainer or something now, or she's just something athletic.
But like, how do you prepare yourself for just like flag grabbing? It's just like all this random ass shit she just figures out a way to be amazing at.
Yeah, she's just super athletic.
Good for her. Although this time, so you know how she was being bossy to jacked up Brad? I I actually loved her being bossy because it was like the first time she wasn't like Angel Jody. She was like kind of like being a little
Oh,
mean.
dude, it's like Daniel Capusco playing fucking basketball, like the nicest person ever, and then fucking like bosses you around, like
Mhm,
aggressive.
mhm.
She's totally that person. And
She's
then
like, if we're not winning, you will fucking hear about it.
and her confessional, she's literally like, I get a little aggressive with the adrenaline. Like own it.
Yeah, she was like, I was just doing that because I was very excited. And I was like, girl, no, you wanted to win, so you let him know what the fuck to do. And like you said, own that shit.
Oh my gosh. That like annoyed me. Like, yeah, own it. Okay, so after all that, they come together and the winners end up being shocking. Brad and Jody, they got 21 flags. They got one more than Melinda and Nehemiah.
Which is just wild. They're like, how does anyone beat them in a final?
I don't know. And I don't think it's fair because like Jody had what, Derek before this? Like
Hmm.
now she's got Brad.
Upgrade.
This is an upgrade, but she's like getting great partners that work well with her.
But literally anyone I feel like she would win with.
Not Tech.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think she's won with Nehemiah.
I think she'd win with Nehemiah.
Yeah.
Tech probably is like not the best performer. Maybe Kahada. Win, and then um they say Jasmine and Latarian get the lowest amount at 10 flags, but they get the life shield even though Jasmine did nothing for that life shield. And so that means Tech and Ayana at 11 flags are going immediately in.
Yeah. My one more flag though. um yeah, so Melinda's like us not winning is not good for our alliance. And Brad's realizing that he has to not Nehemiah. And Nehemiah explains that Brad is cool. Brad is my boy. Even though people have warned me about him, he's not gonna throw me in, blah blah blah. He's saying this to Melinda and
I
Tech. No.
Yeah, I hate this whole storyline. Like, I don't obviously like Nehemiah saying that he wouldn't do this back to Brad. The only reason he wouldn't is because like there's more options on the other side. Like this is literally your only option. The only other team on your alliance has a life shield and the other one is in the like elimination already. There's no other options.
No. Like you can't throw anyone else in. Like that's the best for his game. And
Well,
if
what
he
was
were
he Yeah, what was he supposed to do? Throw in two people from his own alliance? He would be the next one in next week.
yeah, and goes back to like you saving the palace and screaming about it. Like these are the consequences for your actions.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's so annoying. Just the usual shit. Nehemiah is just really annoying, actually.
Yeah.
Everyone else like takes it a little bit better. Deliberations. I feel like Jody and Brad talked way too long.
They knew exactly what they were gonna do. I think I kind of like the whole like keeping Darrell out because I feel like you do need that like alliance. I kind of like that he went in there and was like put in Koheta and Casey.
I know he like stuck to it because Jody wanted Darrell to go in. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember who it was. And yeah, Brad's like, just keep throwing them in. No one's gonna vote for that.
And they're never gonna win. Like they're never gonna return that favor.
Yeah, that's so true. And Brad says, $500,000 apologies really aren't worth that much.
But Brad did do a little punk thing. This is the only part, if I was Nehemiah, that I would be mad about is when he walked up and was like, because I think Nehemiah came and saw it immediately.
Yeah.
And Brad goes, I did everything I can to try to save you. And I was like, you didn't put up one single argument with Jody. Like, you got there and you're like, I don't see any other options. You're right. Well, it's also true. That's what you should have said. Like, if I was Nehemiah, like, you should just be straight up and be like, I'm sorry, dude. Like, you're on that alliance. I'm on this alliance. There's literally no other options.
Yeah, so yeah, what Brad says makes no sense. Like, I tried to make a different play, but it wouldn't go. He's just lying.
Yeah. Okay. So I did love at deliberation how Kahutta was like, I trust Brad. That might bite me in the ass, but I do. And like just with his accent, fucking love it.
I loved when he first found out his name was on the board.
Mhm.
Eyes are like puppy dog eyes. He's like, either I'm being messed with or my name is on the board. I just got out of the shower. Like it was so sad.
Like Kahutta and Tech have the best one-liners, hands down. They're fucking amazing. Like complete opposite sides of the spectrum of like how they come at their one-liners, but both fucking hilarious.
Oh, so hilarious. I just was like, oh my god, my heart is breaking. Shower and he's got like a corona.
Mhm. And
It's so
I was like, I love Kahutta so much. And then I was like, oh fuck, Casey's actually pissed about this. That's a little bit of a plot twist. But then nothing happens with that.
the usual. Um, yeah, and Brad is like all business, telling Kahuna what's up, and yeah, Kahuna's like whatever, trust you, etc., etc. Um, so yeah, Casey's like, this is the third time we've gone in, and for some reason, Darrell and Janelle, that's hard. Are like,
It's like a rhyme and combo that doesn't completely flow.
it's like tongue twister.
Mhm.
I do love how Kahuna's like, don't be mad yet.
Yeah, not yet. We will be mad if something happens.
Such a good partner. Then we get this pointless scene of Janelle. Am I saying her name right?
Mhm.
Okay. Janelle and Melinda talking because do we have any idea that they have any kind of relationship during this game?
Apparently, very good friends. Did not know that, but I was like, this is a very awkward conversation I don't want to watch.
I don't think they were friends. I feel like the producer set that shit up. Like it was weird.
Yeah. Also, Melinda's just friends with everyone. Like, Melinda, you can't have no, I love you to death, but you can't have everyone in the house not vote for you just because everyone loves you.
Yeah, like they probably had some good laughs and stuff together.
Oh, I did love how Nehemiah, though, like, gets so pissed off. He was like, I glued a beard. I glued a beard for Brad.
It wasn't even about Brad.
I know. You just wanted Derek gone. You didn't give a fuck about him.
I had forgotten about that. It was amazing.
It was so funny. I was just like, I was cackling so hard. I was like, really? You think that means he owes you something because you took someone else's weave and made it into a beard?
Oh yeah. Oh, I thought that's so weird. um. Okay, that's so funny. Yeah, because like Melinda, after her talk with Janelle, goes to bitch about what they said, and she's like, apparently, they're uncomfortable with their alliance, and Latarian's like, oh fuck that.
I love how emotional Latarian gets about these friendships that he's made recently.
And he wasn't like on the camera yet. It was
Yeah.
just like, fuck that. And then
Yeah. And then she was like, and they didn't like how we were celebrating. He goes, what were we supposed to do? And then Melinda's like, I'm just telling you the information. Like, I'm not the one with the problem, Latarian, but thank you.
so funny. That was so great. Okay, they go out. I didn't realize they went to an actual restaurant. That's very
Yeah,
exciting.
I
I
do.
haven't seen that with the Rona.
And they sit at complete opposite tables.
Yeah, table.
It's just like very tense. And like, I don't know. It's just Nehemiah and everyone are talking such loud shit. And it's just like, really, got like, really, we're doing that.
And then they're like, "Oop, we can't have too much fun though." Like they must have been so obnoxious.
I know. It's just, that's what 20-year-olds do. Like, we like this because you're 40-year-olds. Like, have a very awkward conversation with each other at a bar, slightly drunk. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, man, old Brad would have gone nuts over that shit.
Oh, old Brad would have started fighting Nehemiah. And like good for him for like growing up, but also you kind of wanted to see it. And I also feel like Nehemiah was partially fucking doing that because he wanted a reaction from Brad.
Oh, totally, he was getting drunk, like what MJ says. Like Nehemiah's doing what he does when he it gets back into a corner, like
Yeah.
chirping.
Well, and I think like because you know how if you throw a punch, you're out.
Yeah,
I feel like Nehemiah was trying to provoke Brad because Brad is very provocable.
And he was like literally like just screaming at him like
And they're such good friends.
so stupid.
And then the next morning, though, I mean, nothing happens. They just, have bullshit, talking shit across a fucking restaurant to each other. And then the next morning, Nehemiah and Brad have like a grown conversation, or like, well, I guess we could have communicated differently. We good? We good? All right. And that's what guys fucking do. They don't give a fuck about anything. They're just like, okay, we're okay, all right? Okay, bye.
They got though. I mean, Nehemiah was like, one of the biggest things for us to remember is to keep the lines of communication open, and like that's what our friendships are, like what our friendship is. So I was like, wow.
Well, I don't even think he was saying that's what our friendship is. He was talking like, this is what I hate about Nehemiah, is like he wasn't having a direct conversation with Brad. He was talking like in general about friendships, but like talking about Brad. And I'm just like,
That's true. He does that.
I was like, can you just like talk to him?
So stupid. But yeah, then Brad's like, sorry for miscommunication, and I said they hand hug.
Yeah, I was like, well, little grown-ups having conversations. We love to see it.
Oh, and Nehemiah doesn't hold grudges. Fucking kidding me? What's Derek?
Yeah, I was like, you've been holding a grudge against Derek for like 10 years. What are you talking about? I don't hold grudges, but I am a reality TV star. This just doesn't line up.
Oh my god, no. He's so annoying. Oh, what's next? What's next, Mandy?
Uh-oh, we get a pregnancy test.
Oh,
Casey says, I'm an accountant and I've done the math. There's a very good possibility I could be pregnant.
I wonder how pregnant she was when she did the math.
What, they've been there for like at least a month, so she's maybe like has she missed probably like a cycle or two at least.
Yeah. Yeah, at least one, maybe two.
I don't know, missing one would freak me out. Like missing two, I'd be like, what the fuck?
I know, that's why I don't get when people like don't check after missing one.
Yeah, like it's not even a possibility for me, and I would still be like, maybe. I don't know what toilet seat I sat on. I don't, like, did something fucking happen?
A hot tub? Like
Yeah. Am I like that 1 in a million fucking chance that just a sperm randomly? Okay, Kelly, cut the sperm part out. But
like, yeah, cut all this out. I was
yeah.
like, over the summer for like, I don't know, like a week maybe,
Mhm.
maybe 5. Nothing crazy, but I was like using condoms, so I didn't know how it would have happened, but I was freaking out like the whole fucking time, obviously.
I feel like even if it were to happen like the day of and I was having sex with the guy, I would like I'd be like, why isn't here the day before? Like, I don't know. Okay. I would just be constantly nervous of getting pregnant.
I also think it's shitty that it obviously always falls on the girl, and like the girl's gotta go through all this.
Yep. Yep.
But at least Casey's engaged. Anyway,
Yeah.
to be pregnant.
At least this is a baby that is wanted. But Casey telling her fiance was pretty adorable. I love how he got choked up. And it probably isn't even like the first time like she told him. This is probably like a reenactment almost. And he still got choked up as fucking adorable. Yeah.
He knew, but I
Yeah.
like that she did 3 tests.
Hell yeah.
But now she doesn't know where she stands in the game, and she hopes she doesn't like ruin Kahuta's game.
Mm-hmm.
And so part she keeps it to herself because if she didn't, it would change everyone's vote, which made me laugh.
Yeah.
Ugh, nominations.
It's
Anyway,
just fucking awkward.
that's what I said. I was like, Jody makes an awkward speech. Like, just don't speak, Jody. It's fine.
Yeah. I mean, Kahada says, like, please don't vote for me. I trust you guys. Casey says nothing. Melinda says pretty much nothing. Nehemiah gives a King's Palace speech. We're just kind of like, okay. And this is the part where whatever. And then Nehemiah and Melinda are voted in pretty much.
Yeah, not very exciting. Oh, except I didn't understand Janelle because like Nehemiah made this big old speech.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to be politically correct here about the King's Palace and how it's like basically like equal rights for people of color. I don't know.
I didn't. I mean, he was pretty much saying that he was calling everyone a king because their ancestors come from royalty. And like that's cool and all, but that like you're still an alliance. And I think that's what Janelle was saying is like because of that, she goes, I completely respect 100% what you're saying, but because of that, I know if I were sitting up there like with either Latarian or Tech, you would vote me in, which is why I have to vote you in now.
You would vote me in or you wouldn't vote me in?
You would vote me in, even though we're friends, because I think they do have a friendship. She's essentially saying, even though we're friends, because you have created this alliance with those two and you're calling them kings, essentially, I know you would like vote me in before you would vote either one of them in.
Oh, okay, that's what you're saying. I was so confused.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, wait, I thought she was gonna switch her vote.
I did too for a second. And then I was like, oh, okay. Okay.
Well, the same thing. And of course Nehemiah is wearing his uniform underneath, which kind of fucked up. You're stealing Ayana's thing. I'm surprised she didn't start beating you.
Yeah. And I mean, like, come up with your own bit, bro.
Yeah, terrible. It's terrible. Like it's
It
already terrible
is.
that Ayana does it, but at least that's her thing.
Yeah, Ayana was a fucking joke. Like she went crazy in her first like season, how many ever years ago. So it's fucking funny. It's a callback, you
It's a
know.
call. And
You
now
you can't do that because you're going against her too. So it's not even like you're being supportive of her. Like you're just
you're stealing
stop.
her back.
Yeah.
Because you can't do anything from whatever the fuck you did when you used to be on it. Because what'd you do? Nothing. Actually.
So then it comes to the elimination. Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
They have really so these four have amazing walkouts. I think they're pre-recorded shit. Very good. I don't know where Melinda's scream came from. I didn't hear that last time, but that I thought it was a nice touch.
Like her picking up the gravel or whatever. It's so good. Did you see how Melinda came out too? She like trots out. Like,
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
She's fucking ready.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Which would have been a good elimination to watch.
That really would like it's I think Nehemiah and Melinda probably would have came out, but like
Depends.
Ayana would have been a really good equalizer
Yeah, Anna would have like made it interesting.
if it was physical at all and they had to go like one on one. Like because Nehemiah is gonna beat Tech every time.
Yeah, Tech would be gone.
But yep. And then do you want to explain this part?
Oh my gosh. TJ's like, guess what? Guys, I got good news and bad news. Oh no. Wait, is that how he says it? I fucked it up. Wait, hold on.
He goes, no elimination tonight, but there
Okay.
is a team leaving. And everyone's like,
Perfect.
and he goes, Casey, it's come to my attention that you are medically unable to continue in this game. And so like everyone looks super relieved that's about to compete or like was supposed to compete, but Mel being who she is like stops everything and she goes, Casey, are you okay? Which I fucking love. She's just so genuine. So genuine. Yeah.
She lives.
And then Casey, and I don't think anyone really knew this. Everyone looked pretty surprised. Casey lets everyone know that she's pregnant.
Yeah, like she actually told everyone, so it was like a really cute moment. And Kahada's like, it's not mine.
Yeah. Which, like, Kahada knows at this point that he's going home because I think TJ said, unfortunately, Kahada, this is a team game now. You're going home with Casey. And so even at this like time, he knows that he's going home because Casey is pregnant. And he's like creating levity and just being super sweet. And it's like that sucks for him, but he's like the most amazing. Love Kahada.
You can see sad in his eyes, but it's like understanding. I mean, Casey told him before,
I
right?
think so. Yeah. It looked like he was the only one that wasn't super surprised.
And that's basically what she said earlier. Like, I'm not going to tell everyone but Kahada. Like, she said it in some way.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Kahada's like, everything was going for me in this game. I had the numbers. And then he just says a bunch of redneck quotes.
Yeah. And I mean, this does kind of completely flip the hat. Like, this was going to be like the one alliance that's not the King's Palace was going to be very secure in how they were. They're going to have the numbers completely, but now it's evened out now.
Yeah, is it half and half, basically?
I think maybe they might have one more number, or maybe it is 3 and 3. It might be 3 and 3.
Because it's okay. MJ, Renee, Janelle, Darrell, Brad, Jody.
Yeah, so it's 6 teams. It's 3 and 3.
Oh my god! And I don't think I've watched these next episodes.
I know it's gonna get exciting. Hell yeah!
We have 3 more. Yes, 3 more, and then it's All Star Season 2.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks everyone for listening. We'll be back next week, we swear.
Hell yeah!
Bye.
Bye.